gonna die. And you don't know when you're gonna die, so stop acting like you know. If you knew you only had 3 years left, you'd live differently. He told me to tell you to live like you're gonna die. Stop living like you're gonna live forever, because you're not. Stop. I told y'all the story when my grandmother passed. My grandma been well her whole life. She was 92 almost. She was weeks away from 93. My father called me, my auntie called me like, grandma in the hospital. I'm like, bet. And the way they said it was like, your grandma in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never been sick. She gonna be out. That's how they said it, like grandma good. I was like, bet. Grandma called, hey baby, how you doing? I was like, all right, grandma, how you doing? Right? And so my father was like, she about to go into surgery, right? But she ain't never been sick. She about to go into surgery. The doctor said, it's good. My grandma called me. I should have knew something was up. I was in Chicago. I was there. And my wife was like, you probably need to go see your grandma. I'm like, nah, I'll see her when she get out. God told me to tell you you're gonna die. And there's nothing you could do about it. Now you can keep eating right, but you can eat right if you want to. You're not gonna make it to 200. Keep doing push-ups, you good, but you're not gonna live to be 200. So don't stop doing what you're doing, because that's gonna help the quality of your life. But he told me you can't make your life go to 300 or 200. You're gonna die. And some of us are gonna die not because of us. Some of us are gonna die because some other fool was drunk and hit us. So some of you not even gonna die because of you. You're gonna die because of somebody else's decisions. And my grandma called me just before we went into surgery. I should have knew something wrong. My grandma said, baby, I need your spirit. You know, grandma don't like to be sick, but I need your spirit. I need your motivation. You the one in the family that got that. And it was an eerie, whatever, weird kind of thing. But I was just like, she never been sick before, so she doing her thing. My father called me and was like, yo, she got out of surgery. They said she good. She just need to recover. I was like, bad. Then my father called me hours later and like, your grandma, it was weird. He didn't even say she was dead. He was just like, your grandma had some complications. I was like, oh, okay, what kind? You know what I'm saying? Constipation, complications. Like, what kind of complications is she having? He was like, no, complications. I was like, bruh, we grown. Like, what? Do I need to get in the car? Do I need to come? Like, what? He's like, no, she didn't make it. I said, she didn't make what? She didn't make what? He was like, she gone. I said, what? For some of us in this room, you may only have a year. We may only have 2, 3. I don't know. But God told me to tell you, when you leave here, stop acting like you got 20. Stop acting like you got 30. And develop as quick as you can so that you can get what God has for you as long as you can. How many of you that if I would have waited another 10, 15 years to get right with God, you may not have gotten a hold of my gift online? And I just want to, can I just be real? Can I just be real? Like, I just want to show you what I'm trying to tell you. What if I still would be trying to work it out and trying to get developed? What if I was still getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 3 with God? What if I didn't change, get my marriage right? Didn't try to become a better father? What if I didn't change and develop and become this version of me? That message that you got, that I wouldn't have been able to give that message because I wouldn't be me, and you didn't get that message at that time, and you would have leave here knowing that you may not have years. You may not have double digits. So whatever needs to be done in that time frame, do it. Because not only does it affect you, your development affects other people's delivery. That some of you, and it's not a problem, but some of you are going to get surgery, like you're enhancing your breasts, and you're enhancing your butt, and you're enhancing your physical fit. Some of you are in the gym and you're working out. He told me to tell you, that's okay, but stop doing leaf work and branch work and do root work. He told me to tell you, stop doing leaf work. Some of you doing leaf work. There's nothing wrong with leaf work if you're doing root work, but he said you're not doing root work. You're trying to change the size of your breast so you can attract what he has for you. And the changing of your breast is not about to attract what he has for you. So I'm not suggesting you don't like enhance yourself, but he told me to tell you that when you fix the leaves, it's not about to fix the tree. Like me and my mom would have, so when I left home, there would be like months where we didn't talk, like months. Because whenever we talked, it would be like beefed out. And it'd be like, this is weird. I shouldn't be talking to my mom like this, but I'm talking to her like this. And I didn't want to talk to her like this, but every time I got on the phone with the love boy, after about 5 minutes, we would be beefed out. And I knew like this ain't right, but I can't fix it. But I want to fix it, and I'm praying. Have you ever wanted something to be better than it was, but it wasn't? Have you ever your heart been in the right place? You did all of the stuff that you thought, I love you, Mom. We had all the right, we talked the right talk, but we would always get to a place where it would be bitter, and then we'd be talking crazy to each other, and then we hang up the phone, and we wouldn't talk again for another 6 months. That's how long it would take that whatever we said to each other that hurt both of us deeply, it took that long. But 6 months later, I get on the phone like I forgot what we said, and we get back on the phone and we repeat it again. And God said, I thought you said you didn't want to do that no more. I said, I don't. He said, well, why you keep doing it? I said, I don't know. I try to stop. He said, no, you're not trying to stop. Because you're not doing the work to stop. Now you got to do the root work. I said, what's the root work? You got to get to the root of why y'all fussing and fighting. So the first thing he told me to tell y'all, there are those of you in this room, that your blessing is going to come when you deal with the root and stop doing leaf and branch work. That's what you're doing. You're going to doctors for stuff you need to go to God for. You got a therapist and you try and let the therapist take God's spot. Ain't nothing wrong with the therapist, but you try and let the therapist be God. You can't do that. You got to go to God. And the reason why I go to God every morning at 3 a.m. is because I need to hear from him. What's the root work for today? Here's why you need to do root work. Because if you don't do root work, people won't respect you in the way you're trying to get respect. People don't respect people that do leaf and branch work, but try to tell you how to do root work. I'm just telling you, some of y'all brands is not going to the next level, not because you ain't got a sweet story or you got something sweet to share, you ain't got a sweet product. You do. People don't buy products, people buy people. And so people are not connecting with you because they look at you and go, oh, you're doing branch and leaf work, and you trying to come holler at me like. And there are those of you in this room, I'm just trying to tell you, when you do root work, people open up doors for you and people respect you because they like, yo, you're doing root work and I want to be able to do root work like you, or I'm doing root work like you. And a lot of y'all ain't doing root work, but you want to be out trying to you want the respect from the people, but you're not going to get it from them because you're not doing root work. Like, listen to me. Here's the deal. We don't say it as humans, but we judge each other. Just being real. We don't say it, but we judge each other. And even for those of us who try to be good saints, you still, when people come to you, you still like, bro, who are you to come to? I've done the root work, y'all, and I don't have an ego. I ain't got no pride. All I want to do is God's will at this point in my life. I'm not interested in nothing else. God, is it your will? He like, no. I'm like, then I'm not going. I don't need to go nowhere that's not going. I only want to do what you want me to do. And when I do what God wants me to do, I'm telling y'all, the money come, the info, everything comes. What do you intend to do about what God tells you to do? Because this is where most people go crazy. This is where most people go crazy. And most people don't realize you weren't born crazy. What happens is stress will make you go crazy. Anxiety will make you go crazy. This is why he said, the peace that I give you. And peace only comes from doing what God told you to do. You can't be at peace when you know you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. You can't be at peace. You're only at peace when you go to God and you speak to God and God say, do this, do this, do that, and you do it, you're at peace. So number two, the question becomes, what do you intend to do about it? What do you intend to do about what God told you to do? And this is where it starts to get murky, because a lot of you intend to go hide and run. That's what you do. You go run, you go hide. You don't like stress. You don't like pressure. You go run and hide. You go close the door. And now you with the enemy. You need to continue to dream of your future. Praise God. Continue to dream of your future, but stay in the present and work on it. Some of y'all, your problem is you dream too much. You dreaming so much, you ain't doing no work. Although I have a phenomenal dream of winning the Nobel Prize one day, because Martin Luther King got it, because Gandhi got it, because my hero, Mother Teresa, has it. I want to win a Nobel Prize. But God told me very closely, wake up in the morning and dream of the Nobel Prize, but get up and make the bed. God don't want you to get saved and be lost when he comes. He wants you to get saved and spend eternity. He wants you to get it and keep it. So the final one is not enough. All this stuff I'm telling you, you're going to do it and you're going to get. But you got to keep it. And the way you show people God is real, not because you did something for a year or 2 years. Listen to me very closely. If you hanging out with people and something happen to you and they don't come looking for you, you with the wrong people. If you got people in your life and you going through it in your marriage and they not going to help you get through your marriage, you with the wrong people. If you sick and you done messed up and you done commit adultery and done something you ain't got no business doing, and all they can say is the obvious that you sick, I don't need nobody to tell me I'm sick. I already know I'm sick. I need somebody to stand by me when I'm sick. I need somebody to pray for me when I'm sick. I need somebody to fast for me when they sick. I need somebody to go without eating when they sick. I don't need you to be with me when I'm strong. I need you to stay with me. I need you to be able to leave the 99 that's got it going on. And I need you to come find the one that's lost. Are you hearing what I'm telling you today? You better stop running with people that as soon as they find out you got some dirt, they leaving. Because if all they need to know is you got some dirt to leave, they gonna be gone. Because we all got dirt that somebody can leave us for. We need people that's gonna stick beside us, that's gonna walk us through those bad decisions, that's gonna help us get back on our feet. We don't need people that's gonna leave us when we mess up. We all mess up. We all fall short. Listen to me. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute or an hour or a day or even a year. But eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Y'all spoiled. Some of y'all spoiled. Just bottom line. Your parents have done everything for you. You never had to do nothing for yourself. You're spoiled. We're going to keep it real tonight. Some of you are spoiled brats. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you've done something you're not supposed to do, people say, Eric, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I don't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level, because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman. But I'm exactly where I wanted to be because I realized I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard and you can have whatever it is you want. If you think it's going to be easy, if you think you're just going to get that business started without any trials or tribulations, forget about it. Don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's going to take its place? Success. And so you got to change your mindset. All right? We got to stop looking at pain as if it's something negative. All right? Listen to me. If it was easy, everybody would do it. No pain, no gain. But I guarantee you, if you can outlast pain, if you can get through that pain, if you can get through that discomfort, all right? If you can outlast that discomfort, I guarantee you, baby, on the other side of it is success. All roads to success, you got to go through pain. They all success. When you travel down success, you got to go through the road of pain, baby. I told you before, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
And you keep talking about the mistakes. You keep talking about the past. You keep talking about your trials. You keep talking about your situation. And I want you to know that everybody that's ever been great, everybody has had an obstacle to overcome. They've had a barrier that they had to climb. There is no individual who's ever reached success and he didn't have to go through an obstacle or a barrier to get there. Listen to me very closely. Sometimes it's going to be hard. Sometimes you're going to look all around you and nowhere do you see success. Nowhere do you see anything that remotely looks like success. But you got to embrace the faith. You got to believe that although it's not happening right now, if you keep pressing, if you keep pushing, guess what? One day is going to be your day.
It only takes one extra push-up. It only takes one extra mile. It only takes one extra grade. It only takes one extra effort. It only takes one extra something to get you to where you're trying to get to. And the goal is you got to go a little further than the man who's trying to get what you're trying to get. You can't go around it. You can't go under it. You can't go over it. The only way you can get to it is through it.
You got to be able to see it and believe it, that when there's no evidence around you, when there's no evidence around you, when you got pain in your life, when you're tired, you feel like giving up, and you feel like quitting. When you look around you, you don't see anything that looks anything like success. You got to embrace the faith and believe that one day gonna be my day. But one day can't be your day if you give up. If you quit, no day will ever be your day.
Every single day you wake up, you got to give it all you got. You got it 120%. Don't fool yourself into thinking that this year is going to be better than last year if you're still making excuses. There are no excuses. You cannot cheat success. You got to work for it. You got to breathe it. You got to sleep it. You got to eat it. You got to put forth 120%. Let me say it this way. They looked at the most successful men and women of the world, and they found that they had like 7, 8 things in common. And one of the things they all had in common was a routine. They are obsessed with their routine. They don't have a gap of wasted time in their routine. You know, I realized the reason why I'm so successful and the reason why I don't get in trouble like I used to when I was younger is because when I was younger, man, my schedule had so many gaps in it. The devil had like, okay, he might pray at 6, but my man is watching TV. He playing video games by 8:30. It's not that I'm sweeter than nobody. The devil can't get to me because all my time is taken up. And by the time he get to me, I'm asleep. I'm too asleep to sin. I'm just being real. 8:30, he like, Eric, you should. I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Come back to me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, tip me tomorrow, bro. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm good. I'm just tired right now. He's like, but no, you want to? I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm tired. But let's try tomorrow morning. Right, and I'm being real. I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure he there like, I'm 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure he there like, yo, E, go back to sleep. Listen to me. I promise y'all. I got up the other day like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up and I was just walking around like, I was like, I'm so tired. I heard the devil say, go back to sleep. I was like, yeah, you're right. I should go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, you on to something. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why you getting up this early? You already #1 in the world. You already #1 in the world, E. You already doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, E, you've been grinding, just go ahead, it's 3. And my body said, yo, E, what would you go back to sleep for? I said, I'm tired. My body said, you're not tired. I said, well, why would you say I'm not tired? He said, because you woke up without an alarm clock. You woke yourself up. So if you were tired, your body wouldn't let you get up. If you were tired, your body would make you sleep to 6. You got up, it's 3. No, what you don't want to do is the grind, but you're up. So do me a favor, Eric, you don't even have to do anything. You don't even have to work. You've been getting up at 3 so early in the morning, don't even worry about it. Just put your shoes on, and when you get on the treadmill, it's just going to do it for you because you've been doing it every day for 3 o'clock in the morning. For real. My body said, all you got to do is put your shoes on. That's the hardest thing you got to do. Just put your shoes on, and I'll do the rest. I can't put your shoes on for you, but put your shoes on, and then just go. And I just went. And I was walking I do the 11 incline, boy, and I was just walking for an hour, and I was just like, you know what, it's almost an hour, I don't feel like running. And my body was like, don't even worry about it, we'll get to that when we get to it. I did my hour, was about to get off, my body was like, you know we run now. I said, what? We run now, let's go. You ain't tired? I said, I am tired. No, you're not, you just walked for an hour. You're not tired, Eric. Your brain is telling you some dumb stuff. If you were tired, you wouldn't have been able to walk for an hour. Okay, so let's do this. Just run for 2 minutes. I'm trying to help somebody right now go to a whole nother level. The Bible says the reason why you go back to sleep is because you've always gone back to sleep. It's like a default. You go back to sleep because all you got to do is stop going to sleep, and then you're going to stop going to sleep. All you got to do is stop fussing and cussing, and you're going to stop fussing and cussing. All you got to do is stop spending all the money you got and start saving it. Listen to me. I became #1 in the world. I became a millionaire not because I made more money. I became a millionaire because they told me millionaires only live off of 30% of their income. I want to make it plain for you. I became a millionaire because I did what millionaires did. I stopped living off 100%. I paid my tithe, and then I was like, all right, E, you only got 20% left. Put the rest up. So the first thing I did, listen to me, the very first thing I did to become rich, somebody said, E, to be rich, put 6 months of your earning to the side. So I was like, all right, bet. That's what the rich told me to do. So I put 6 months to the side. How long did it take? I don't remember, but I put it to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, E, you need to put 100,000 to the side. I was like, all right, 100,000. DD, we're going to put 100,000 to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, you need to get your credit score up to 800. I was like, all right, then get my credit score up to 800. And then somebody said, ET, if you want to be Tony Robbins, there's no way you'll be able to be like those dudes when you don't have the language they have. You need to go get your master's and a PhD from a white institution. I said, what? I went to Oakwood. I went to HBCU. He was like, yeah, but you didn't learn the language of Zig Ziglar at Oakwood. So Oakwood is a phenomenal place. Oh, y'all not hearing what I'm saying. I just said something, you missed it. Now you need to go to Michigan State University. CJ, you see my master's degree anywhere? What about my PhD? Not in the office, not at church. You ain't seen it in my house? I didn't go to Michigan State to get a PhD. I went to Michigan State to learn the majority language. You can't speak in corporate when you say emblems. It doesn't make my community inferior, but I can't. So I went to every single class, and when the teachers was talking, they thought I was just doing homework. I wasn't. I was listening to how they conjugate verbs. I was listening to how they tell stories. I was like, ooh. I peeped it out, y'all. They way more linear. You ever been to a black church before? The pastor, he all over the place. My man told 6 stories. He didn't close none of them. My man had told 6 stories, I promise you. I don't know what you know what I'm saying? But in the hood, you just gotta, you know what, you finish it for him.
He was like, this is what he was going to say. But he never said it, though. My man started 6 stories. He ain't finished none story. So that I realized when you do corporate, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's topic, body, body, body. It's topic, support, 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 conclusion. I didn't go to school. I'm not no kid. I don't need nobody 4.0. I don't need to be affirmed. I don't need your paper on my wall. I need your language, though, if I'm going to compete. I need your rules if I'm going to compete. I need your codes if I'm going to compete. The problem with most of you is you don't have a 1% language. You got a poverty language. No, I want to help you real quick. You think Warren Buffett reading just to be reading? The majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. You on Instagram watching fights. For real, you just scrolling through like you ain't got a life. For real, some of y'all on Instagram, you on there for 30 minutes. If I ask you what you saw, you don't even know. You just scrolling through. That's a poverty mindset. Rich people don't waste time. They realize it's their most important commodity. They don't watch a lot of TV. They don't do a lot of entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at their craft. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let me say it one more time. There was a language that I needed to learn. Does it mean I need to abandon the language that I learned? Absolutely not. Does it mean I need to put on a shirt and tie? Listen to me. When I do corporate, I promise you, I look like this. I probably don't look this good. Sometimes I got on shorts and a t-shirt. In corporate, why? Because I don't need to necessarily conform. They're not asking me to come to dress up. But I'm so good at what I do, they don't even require a suit. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Some of us don't want to wear a suit, but you're not on that level though. Or you want to wear a suit and act as if your suit is going to compensate for what you are inferior at. Your suit don't make your language sweet. For real, some of you wear suits because you think like you're going to impress somebody with a suit, and you might get in the door, but sooner or later they're going to find out who you are. So I need you to stop having the poverty mindset. So when I quit my job to be an entrepreneur, my mom was like, whoa, what are you doing? I was like, I'm quitting. My mom was like, don't you dare quit. You're going to embarrass me. You got a wife and kids. Does YouTube have insurance? Does YouTube have a 401k? And I was like, yo, Ma, I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I love you, but you can't teach me how to be a millionaire because you're not one. You come from the working class, and I'm not mad at you, Ma. We wouldn't be where we are without you, but you told me that every generation is supposed to get better. So I'll take your values, but I won't take your work ethic. Because rich people don't work, they think. The working class will never get rich. It wasn't designed. Oh, okay. Listen to me, this country became a wealthy country because they had employees they didn't have to pay. That's not like a rocket science. So when this country had to start paying people, they want to pay the least. The 3% that run the world, they're not trying. Let me tell you how I know. I'm from Detroit. We just laid off 15,000 workers, and the president of GM, she just got $22 million. We got $22 million to give one person when we laid off 15,000 people, and we took their health care that's already paid for. No disrespect to nobody, and I ain't playing no victim because I'm not a victim. Rich people don't work, they think. Poor people work. Poor people go, clock in, I make this much an hour. Rich people go, I put them to work, and I make this much an hour. See, what happens is you're working for you and your family one, they got 40 of you working at one time. So they're giving you 20%, and then they keeping the 80% off of 15,000 people. That's enough to have $22 million. So what you have to decide is, are you going to keep being the 99%, or are you ready to be a part of the 1%? Because it doesn't make a difference where you come from, high school dropout. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, GED. It doesn't make a difference where you come from sleeping in abandoned buildings. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, a 17-year-old mom that got pregnant. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, south side of Chicago. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, pretty much raised in Detroit. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, took 12 years to get a 4-year degree. It doesn't make a difference. You know what makes a difference? What makes a difference is when you become a 99% or a 1%. And when I start thinking like, acting like, and behaving like a 1%er, everything changed. Is that clear?